Two girls had just been kidnapped. A police officer walked over. They were overjoyed. They quickly hid behind him to their horror. They realized the officer was one of their captors. Jane was shoved into a shipping container. 30 seconds later, a police chief walked out. A satisfied look on his face, Elizabeth waited. All was quiet outside. She dared to go to Jane S.'s side. She comforted her friend. She had no idea her own tragedy was about to begin. A lecherous man came into view. Elizabeth spat in his face. This enraged him. Jane helpless. She could only cover her ears listening to Elizabeth. Agonizing screams. One day, Jane found an opportunity. She killed a client. She escaped. They went to a hardware store. They bought weapons. They began their revenge. They went to the home of one of their kidnappers. They threw a makeshift baseball at him when he woke up. His hands were tied tightly. He revealed the location of all the others. They used a mace to end his life next. They drove to a church. Elizabeth walked inside with a baseball bat. To her surprise, the priest showed no fear. He was quickly knocked unconscious by Jane. Elizabeth then grabbed a can of gasoline from the car. She poured it out. She lit it on fire. She drove away. They arrived at the police officer's house. They knocked him out with a single blow. They tied him up after intimidating him for a bit. They took his life. Finally, they went to the house of the people who had kidnapped them. After knocking out their mother, they tied her to a chair. They forced her to watch her two sons die in front of her. This was the consequence of her complicity. Then they killed the woman as well.